All right, let's go figure out how to build an 8 to 7 belt balancer. Really, all we need to do, well, no, that's not true. Okay, let's go ahead and ask Uncle Google. 8 to 7 belt balancer. Satisfactory. I mean, I could do an 8 to 8 and then chop out 1 and do a 1 to 7 splitter. But let's try Googling 8 to 8. Well, that's horrifying. Let me think about this. How badly do I want this? How badly do we need it? Why don't I just build what I built for the Star Wars save? We split 1 to 7. Do I have it here? I don't think I have it here. Have I needed to use it? I can't even remember. I'm mixing up my saves. Have I even used that in this playthrough? I don't think I have. All right, I know what we're gonna do. We're going to go back to basics. We start with 8. Basically, here, let me show you a picture. All right, this is a 10 to 10. So we take 10 belts in this case. This is a 10 to 10 rebalancer. I took 10 belts and I split it into 10 pieces. That's what this is. This one belt that plugs into the back goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I take each of the rows and I sum them up. And by the way, I do that 10 times. And I take each of the rows and I sum them up, and now we have reshuffled this. Each of these 10 belts have been reshuffled and mixed. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But instead of going 10 belts split 10 ways, I'm going to go 8 belts split 7 ways. So we need that 1 to 7 splitter. Before I look up a 1 to 7 splitter, let's go ahead and see if we can map this out together. So first step is we need a 1 to 7 splitter. Well, how do we get 1 to 7, right? Because as we know, and they need to split evenly. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get 8 See, that'd be 6. All right. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna build something. And I want you guys to think about what the problem is. There's a problem with what I'm about to build. Let's pretend at first that problem doesn't exist. Hey, Flimballer. So let's pretend the problem doesn't exist for now. And let's go ahead and turn on the sun. Here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Now, let's pretend the problem doesn't exist. By the way, whenever I do one of this, things like this, it always creates a lively discussion. An amount comes in here. Let's call it something that can split 9 ways. How about $4.50? All right. We're gonna walk through this together because I kind of need a reminder, and I'm sure there are some people that want to know. Plus, I'm probably gonna make a video on this. In fact, yeah, I did what you asked, didn't I? Okay, $4.50 coming in. I could do this probably easier with paint, but I've been accused of apparently being a pirate software sympathizer by using paint in a short. So apparently, because pirate software uses paint, and there are some people on the interwebs that don't like that, I can't use paint. The internet is silly. Okay, so can we follow this? More tentacles? We'll get there. We'll get there, sir. If you stay up late enough, you'll have all the tentacles you could ever ask for. Now, let's say we got $4.50 sliding in. This is a merger. Don't worry about him for now. We'll think about him later. Thank you for the member. 17 months, Jonathan Archer. Thank you for the Steel membership, one of my longest running members. Now, it's $4.50 at this point, and then we split $1.50, $1.50, $1.50. Everybody following? Yes, correct, Shy. That is internet logic for you. Oh no, someone I don't like is using a free software. Now no one can use it. Right, and I'm copying him. I must be copying him. Now, $1.50, $1.50, $1.50. It splits 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. Okay? Now what do we do? Now what happens? Okay, Sooner, we'll get there. We're gonna pretend that we only have to split $4.50 right now. By the way, if we only had to split $4.50, this would 100% work. No problems whatsoever. Okay, that is not the error that I'm talking about. We'll talk about the error in a second. I want to go over how this works, assuming it's 450 on a Mark V belt. Because if it was 450 on a Mark V belt, this works 100%. Okay, and I'm walking through this with you. Now, let's go another sign. This time, we need to change its color. Okay, orange still still exists. Still important. All right, and it's going to be turned. We're gonna change the color to our, how about our neon purple? Okay. Now, after the first time through, this is no longer 450. Why? Well, because we threw 50 in on this merge and 50 on this merge. So now what is it? Second time through, this is not 450. It's 550. See where this is going. We're gonna do a couple iterations of this so we can drive the point home. Now, we're not now splitting 450 by 3. We're splitting 550 by 3. 183.3. We'll just call it 183. Boom, boom, boom. And now we're not splitting. Now we're gonna do by 3 again. $61. Ooh, so now this isn't 550 anymore, is it? Now it's 450 plus 61. Times 2. Now it's 572. You're right. This isn't an error. This works perfectly. There's no error here. The error comes in a second. Now it's 572, right? And now we split 570. I'm not going to do it a third time, but you see where this is going. Now it's 572. It runs through. It comes back around. Let's do 572. We'll do the shortcut version. 572 divided by 9. 63.5. So we'll go 450 plus 63.5 plus 63.5, 577. The next color is 577. Okay. Now, if you'll notice, the first time through it jumped 100. The second time through, the third time through, sorry, you plus 1 times through, jumped at 22, and then it only jumped at 5. Okay, so this is reaching an asymptotal limit. And do you know what that limit is? I can tell you. It's very easy to figure out the math. Well, it should be very easy. 450 going in. Okay. It is easy. 450 divided by 7. 107. 107 come out of each of these. Sorry. Better. Did I cook your brains for a second? Because I cooked mine. 64 come out of each of these. All right, so this goes up until it reaches a limit of 64. Right, and 64 and 64 are coming back into here. Well, it's not 64 and you see, it has to though, because 450 comes in. 450 will only ever come in, and this will keep circulating until we reach the equilibrium. That makes sense? And this will go up until it reaches 64. And that's how we get a split of 450 divided by 7. $450 divided by 7 here, but it is 64. Now we do times 9. There, 578. It only needed one more time, basically. 578. The last one here is 578. Okay, because at this point it gets split by 9. So 578 divided by 9 at this point is the 63. Right, the final one here is 63. All right, does all of this make sense? I know I put a 750. I'm a fat finger. Master Sean, but then you have to split 480, you're screwed. Wait, won't number. Wrong number, right thought. Yeah, I just fat fingered the 750. All right, are we good with this? Any questions on this? You guys, we have to move. This is just step 1. Thank you for the follow. Next Life TV, appreciate it. Any other questions? Does anybody think that this doesn't work? Because the last time I did this, I had a friend argue with me over an hour of why this doesn't work. But like usual, I'm right. Master Sean is correct. That once we agree that this works, we have to talk about the problem. I was thinking belt limits on the merger being first, not an issue if you always remain under belt limits. You're 100% correct. Now, the problem is at this point, 578 is lower than this belt limit right here. But we have a problem. And that problem is that I'm not trying to split 450 evenly 7 ways. I'm trying to split 780. And if I try to split 780, these returns are going to get clogged right here. It won't work. Merger prioritization. That fix it? That wouldn't fix it. We can't cram enough into this. It won't work. We have to add a complication. All right? So we have to do a redesign. We have to get the point at which these are merged lower than the max, which means we have to pre-split it. Correct. Master Sean said it right when I said it. We have to split first and then merge second. Okay? So this design is not going to work. Now, I could look this design up very easily online, but I'm going to try to work through it in real time with you guys. We're going to leave this as our template. All right, but things are going to get crazy because we have to pre-split. All right, so let's try to do this. Let's make some space. I kind of want this room right here. Split from the beginning, correct. Well, yes. Split from the beginning. So, first thing we have to do is split. right, so we're going to pick up this. So we're kind of track it. 780. We're going to do a two-way split. $390, right? Am I insane? Sorry. Yeah, 390. Okay, now we can put our mergers in. But we've got a bit of a problem. It was actually really easy to go from 1 to 9. Now I have to go from 2 to 9. Not 100% sure how to do that off the top of my head. Are you gonna put this on a building? We'll get there. We'll get there. We're gonna lay this out in one dimension so that we understand it. Then we'll start talking about stacking this in 3 dimensions. Okay. Hold on. You could also split 3 ways. All you have to do is merge and split your extras. You said 3-way, and Twitch thought that you were making a sexual comment. Twitch is hornier than the rest of us. You're right. I think there's 2 ways to solve this. One is we split it 3 ways, and then the 2 need to be merged and split into 3 ways to get added back in. That is one way to do that. I think that's probably the harder way. Can just build 2 of those 7-way splitters and feed each one 390. Then merge each matching input at the end. There's probably a more space efficient way, but that will work. Yeah, probably. That probably would work. That would be, so you guys are coming up with 2 ways that will work, that this is already going to be big. Remember, because we have to do this 8 times. Whatever we make, we have to copy 8 times. There's an efficient, that's another way, Edge. You're not wrong. I feel like we can do this. Got to go these 2 to 3. Evenly. Can we do that efficiently? Without stacking them into one belt. We can't stack them into one belt, because if we could, we would just re-merge here and then go split evenly. We can't do that, right? That's the whole problem that we're trying to avoid. Master Sean, that is correct. That wasn't a test, but you hit it. I wasn't like I knew the answer and I was waiting for somebody else to come up with it. I didn't know the answer. Why does it have to be 9? It doesn't have to be 9. Let's do it up this way. It was just 9 before. It can be 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got a leftover. Leftover comes down here. We split the leftover. One. Oop. We split the leftover. Okay. I feel like that won't work either, but I can't figure out why. No, it should. I think it should too. I think this is it. I think this is the most efficient way of solving this problem. We had brainstormed 2 others, or 3 others. Edge Dweller got one as well. Pyrotechnic got one, and Sean got one across YouTube and Twitch. I think this final one that Sean brought us to, I probably would have got there eventually, but Sean got there first. I think this is the best way to go. Let's track this. Let's make sure. Here, here, and then our final. And here, here. Yeah, yeah. All right. So we are at 390, and we're gonna split 390. I don't want to do the math in my head. 195. Okay, now we're gonna go 195 divided by 2 one more time to 97.5. Sounds like a radio station. Remember, this is first pass through. Okay, now this 97.5 gets chopped into 2 pieces, loaded evenly back into our line. So now at this point, this would be a different color. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. I illustrated it over there like 3 or 4 times. We will figure out the final one though. Okay, because we were at 390. Now we're at 390 plus half of 97.5. Splitting it again. Okay, 48.75. 48.75 plus 390. 435. We'll call it 436. All right. And now I'm thinking about the equation to find this asymptote. Yes. So what is this asymptote? By definition, it still has to be the same. It's, well, it's 780 divided by 7 gets us this. We'll do the final one I did red over there. Okay? I mean, it has to be. 780 divided by 7. It has to be. Has to be 111. because it's a closed system. I'm putting 780 per minute in. Nothing's clogging. We know that nothing's clogging. We know that all splits are even. All merges are even. All splits are even. Nothing's escaping anywhere else. The only three pieces that are escaping, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has to be 780 divided by 7, 111. Now, we can figure out this. We can double check. Okay, so 111 divided by 2. We'll call it 55.7. Plus 390, 445.7. Now, there's going to be some rounding issues on my part. The belts will do it correctly, but I had to do some rounding. 445, we'll call it 446. And we'll make it red because it's the final run. It's the asymptotal run. 446. 446. Yeah, 780 divided by... Hold on. Hold on. No, I think my way is right. I think you're off, Sean. I think you're off. You're confusing me. Okay, 446 divided by 2. 446 divided by 4. 111. Remember, I rounded up to 446. It was really 445.75, right? We're 111. And then the 111 circles, and we stay the same. The 111 circles, we stay the same. And it eventually balances, and we get even output. Belt monitors will make this sort of thing work much easier in 1.1. Well, I'm not sure. I've heard some weird things about belt monitors. Okay, here's our design. I'm confident that this will work. Anybody have any questions? Because now we have to design this. We have blueprinted this out in a way that is easy to track and check. Next thing we have to do, well, actually, would you guys like to test it? Let's test it. Let's test this in place. Some of these belts I didn't actually connect. I faked connected them. So let's go ahead and just make sure everything is actually connected, and we'll run a test. I think those are probably connected. God, you suck. By the way, guys, this is only the first step to what I need to what I want to do. All right, let's do something easily divisible by 7, shall we? How about 7 stacks of plastic? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, this is just a that would have been so slick, Vixen. All right. I'll do it for you. That is super slick. I can't deny a perfect set off of my OCD-ness. Better? You guys happier with that? I'm happier with that. That's so much nicer. See, that's the difference between version 1 design and version 2 design. Yeah, Master Sean got it. Yeah, that was a good call, Vixen. I like it. A little easier to see, hopefully, as well. All right, so what is the test? Let's go ahead and up the ante a little bit. Just for funsies. Now let's put in 7 stacks of something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Hey, Nico is raiding with a party of 13. Hey, Nico, we're doing something fun and interesting. At least it is fun and interesting for me, and I hope some other nerds that are watching. You're all a bunch of nerds. We're about to run a test. Let's go over this test. Well, monitors are great when they work, but they seem to stop working after a while. Just found this out testing a similar setup tonight. Yeah, I've heard some mixed reviews on belt monitors. Looks like a rocket ship. He doing math, run. Guys, we're playing a factory game. Math is part of it. Okay? It's like playing a shooter game and saying, he's using bullets, run. All right, so here's what we've done. We've mapped out what we are attempting to do is do a 1 to 7 even splitter. Okay? So, imagine you have a belt, you're running 700 on the belt. At the end, you have 7 outputs, each with 100. Evenly. Okay? We've been working on this for a few minutes, but this is where we're at. Now we're about to test. When I connect this to this, we're gonna start running this. We have 7 stacks of plastic and 7 stacks of copper sheets. In a perfectly ideal world, each of these will have 1 stack of each. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I do think what will happen is that we'll have 400 of something in each one. But we're gonna find out. I'm interested to find this out. Okay? And we want them to be even. 400 evenly. Might not be enough throughput to stabilize, maybe not. But I think it's gonna be shockingly close. All right, you guys ready? Oh no. Oh shoot. I've totally screwed it up. All right, false start. My bad, Mario. Okay, reset. Let's do a quick little test to make sure that everything is flowing correctly, and then we'll do an official. Okay. All right, everything's working now. Sorry. You guys seeing this? Ooh. You guys see that? Did you see that? I don't think we need very much for it to be stabilized. Oh, it works. All right, here we go. It's gonna be for one item. I was just curious about putting multiple items in there to see how they stack up. It's very pretty though, isn't it? Splitters are round robin, not randomized. Yeah, sheep in a cart. I think that's gonna help a lot. The next challenge after we test this is going to be to make this design vertically. Remember, we're trying to make this. I want the one belt to be evenly split 7 high. Now this one's 10 high. We need 7 high. A slower belt on the last outputs. Why would I do that? I don't think we need to do that. I don't think we need to add that extra complication. That's taking too long. I don't care. We'll just test with these. We got crap to do. I want to see 200 in every single output. We put 200 times 7 in. I want 200 in each of the 7. You just wish the game was clear on how the industrial containers provide an overflow. So somebody did tell me how that works. All right, we ready? Autosave. 200, 200, 200, 200, 200, 200, 200. Victory! Okay. It does look cool. Oh, so that it looks cool? Maybe. All right, guys. Now we have iterated. We've tested. Why did the plastic not go? I pulled it out because I'm impatient. I just went with it. It was unnecessary. It was unnecessary. Okay, so now let us build. All right. You're slow. It's okay. We're all slow. Some of us are slower than others. Build this mother in a blueprint. I don't want to build it twice. Let us build. Okay, what's first on the docket? A splitter. This splitter here. Next, a merger and a merger. Let's actually go provide space for 4 on the end. Okay. Connect. Now what? 2 splitters. We'll worry about this later. Splitter here. Splitter. I hardly know her. And then a splitter there. All right, shorty time. Sorry. I'm using 100% of my brain right now. Doesn't happen very often. Can't read chat or anything. Okay, redesign. We drop this. He goes here. He goes here. Is this correct? This correct? No, that will not work. That will not work. We cannot do that because then that's a 3-way split, not a 2-way split. Okay. All right, I'm okay. I just wanted to check. This is why we have this in place. So I can't steal from here and there. I can only steal from there. Okay. Sorry, I'm not reading chat. It's not because I dislike you. It's because I don't have the brain power. Almost there. We're almost there. What's the best way? Where's the best place to split it? tricky. Oh, God. That was maximum effort right there. Maximum effing effort. Is anybody following this? Can the programmable do ratios? No, it can't. 25, 25, 25? No, we can't do any of that. Master Sean scared me for a second. You cannot set ratios in a smart splitter. Working model, flat, now for the vertical mode? Yes. Is anybody following this? I know Master Sean is following this. I'm sure other people are as well. Let's walk through this again. Hey, Nico. If we could set ratios, I wouldn't have to do this. All I've done is do a compact version of this. Belt comes in, splits 50-50. We bypass this. This is a merger. It gets split again, 50-50. That gets split again, 50-50. Same thing happens over here. And we have 8 outputs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8th gets refed back into the beginning. The speed at which you build vertical without triple checking every damn junction is mind-boggling to me. Well, I'm going to triple check it by testing it, but it's in my head. I can see it in my head, and I just have to get it out of my head before I lose it. So let's do this. Here's our first splitter. Let's follow the bottom split first because it's a lot simpler. Okay, here's the merger. Remember, we skipped it. Okay, so half goes this way, half goes to the right. We get to here, half goes that way, half goes up. This gets split 1, 2, and then the half that got split 1, 2. That is this section here. Split, 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 split to 4. Split, 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 split to 4. Okay. As the easy part. Now, split, 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 split to 3, and we have our special guy. Our special guy gets split one more time and remerged back into each between the first and the second split. Second split comes up, gets split here. That goes forward, 1, 2, 3. This one comes in here. He splits this way and this way. This guy gets split one more time before getting merged back into the mergers before the second split. Just a double split twice off each line, then take one and line back to split into the first 2. Are you explaining that to Aniko? Or to me? I think you're explaining that to him. We're going to test this, 96. Okay, so let's run the same test. All right, let's set up a new test station, and let's see how much smaller this needs. And in fact, this was just here for me to keep track. We don't actually need any of this. Well, we probably should, but it doesn't need to be that far forward. Oh, because there's some connections there that I want to keep. I want to make this really easy for us to use. So we're gonna stick a merger here. Okay, I just wanted to shorten that up. So that, we've compacted all of that into this. All right. Test them. Yeah, and the thing is that anybody, if you guys need a 1 to 8 is easy, a 1 to 5 is hard, 1 to 4 is easy. Let's see, 1 to 2, 1 to 3. What are the easy ones? 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 6, 1 to 8, 1 to 9, 1 to 12. Those are easy. The hard ones are 5, 7, 10, and 11. 5, 7, 10, and 11. Those are the hard ones. But if you can do this for 7, you can do it for 5, 11, or 10. Same concept. All right. All right. So let's build our blueprint. Okay. We happy here? Correct. Well, not necessarily, well, not necessarily primes. For instance, 14 is still hard, but 14 isn't prime. You're unhappy with the clipping for a test? Well, you'll get over it. All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Isn't any interval of 2 simple? No, anything that doesn't have prime factors of 2 or 3. Of only 2 and 3. So 14 is hard because one of its prime factors is a 7 and not a 2 or 3. I don't know why you would need to split 1 into 14. Well, I did. I split 1 into 20 over here because I'm stupid. Yeah. 7 two-way splits. Mm. 14 is just 7 two-way splits. Maybe. You're not doing 7 twice? Or wouldn't you do 7 twice? You would do 2 7 times? No, you have to do 7. No. It's you have to be 7 twice. You can't do 2 7 times. It has to be 2 or 3. Because a splitter allows for 2 or 3. Oh, that's a merger. Because a splitter allows for 2 or 3. So as long as all prime numbers are 2 or 3, you're fine. Yeah, it'd be 2 7 splits. Yeah, that's why it's still hard. So, okay, we ready? Now, again, we've got 7 stacks of 200. We want to see even 200 in each of these. And just because Okie Sooner suggested it, what can we go down to? A Mark II? Yeah, we can go down to a Mark II. Right, because 780 divided by 7 is just under Mark II, 120. Can I just be horrible about this and point out that you could just put all the splitters in series if the belts are going to back up? No, that won't work. They're not going to bounce up. Because this is step 1, my friend. We are doing an 8 to 7 balancer. They're not going to back up. Yeah, you guys missed that. Yeah, you guys don't know the purpose of this. You're going to find out. It's a train station problem. This is a train station issue. We can talk about it while this is running. I'm bringing in 4 train stations. Think of it like 4 of these, right? That's 8 belts. 1, 2, 3. Now there's 8, right? Here's the problem. When a train is dropping it off, they shut off. So I cannot get 780 times 4. But I don't need 780 times 4. What I need, 5, 50, 50, 56. 722. Admiral Mediocre is rating with a party of 2. Welcome. There's something wrong with my sound. Getting the pings. But I'm happy. I'm catching them. All right, we're okay. Let's keep on rocking. All right, we just finished. All right, so hopefully, in theory, we should have 200 of each in each box. 200, 200, 200, 200, 200, 200, 200. This works. All right, next step. We have to remerge these. We split 8 times. Into 7. Or we split into 7 8 times. Better way of saying that. All right, so let's make a blueprint. Yep, we're doing an 8 to 7 balancer. Four X 1 2 7 splitter. All right, you guys want to build this whole thing up here? Let's build this whole thing up here where we can see and where we don't have to worry about anything. We'll do a full test before we actually put it in place. Because it's blueprinted, it'll be actually very easy to do. We're just gonna clean up here. We're gonna clean up our mess really quickly. The train loads, belt stop, correct. That's why we're doing this. Okay, let's clean this up. And remember, we learned this when I did the Super Star Destroyer. In theory... what did you miss in 4 seconds? I'm not sure. Wait, split then merge back? Yes. In theory, we shouldn't need this. In practice, we do. And you can go back and watch my Star Wars playthrough to know why I'm never doing multiple train cars of the same item without doing some sort of load balancing. That it's all coming back together? Yes. But it's coming together in a different ratio. And in fact, we need to build one more blueprint. Or we could just build it by hand. I'm fine with building it by hand. It's not that big of a deal, really, because we have to connect them anyway. So our special boys are gonna start here. Come on, Kin. You're starting us off strong and wrong. All right, you guys see the pattern? Bottom one's out. Second one, the third one, then the fourth one, and the fifth one. Yes. Wait a second. Okay, I think we're okay. Yes, we're okay. All right, we're okay. Nope. If I had to build more than one of these, I would definitely blueprint this setup. But I'm not gonna. How are we going to test this? We do 8 different items. And we can't do 8 different. We do 4 different items that have 200 stacks. No, we just do the same item. We just make sure that it's divisible by 8 and 7. So what's 5,600 divided by 8? 700 each, right? Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. All right, took me a second, but I got it. So this is a conceptual test as much as anything, because we may need to do this again in the future. Plus, I want to show you guys. And I kind of have to work it out for myself. All right, so what are we gonna do? That is true. I could have done that, but then, well, it would have meant that this one was different than this one. I couldn't make a blueprint that would work on either side. I'd have to do a this side blueprint and a that side blueprint. Yeah, I could have skipped a belt, maybe, but then I would have had twice as many blueprint versions. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 800 times. Oh wait, 56 divided by 4. 1,400. It's a lot. What about 80 times? What about 80 times 70? Okay, that was the 5,600 in my head. 560. 560. Okay, 560 divided by 4. 140. Okay, we'll put 140. Man. Or 1,400. I mean, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 1,600. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. This is 1,400, right? Am I insane? 7 times 200. It's 1,400. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, this will work. Question is, how much should we expect on the other side? Trying to do even numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so in theory, well, not in theory, we actually definitely have 1,400 times 4. In the boxes, There should be 800. What are the 7 outputs for? That's how much we need. And I want them even because I'm going to feed them into the factory that way. Well, we need this much. 50-56. There should be 722 on each belt when we're done. Should be able to get that out of there. All right. Are we ready? I think we're ready. Let's go. Now we're gonna chug, and that's okay. Why is that okay? It's okay because when the train comes, everything stops. That's the whole point. And then the chug goes away. We're sending it more than it needs. Right now, we're sending it 780 times 8. But we're testing the splitting and the rebalancing. All right, come on, baby. What did we say? We want 1400 times 4 divided by 7. I want 4 stacks of 200 in each one. Ooh, a little off. Very, very close though. Probably because the chugging probably does mess with things a little bit. But this is way better than... Because here's... We may not use these lines perfectly evenly. So if one of these backs up, it'll get pushed to the other ones when we put them in here. You have a problem with the splitter if it's stuck? No, I'm putting in more than it can handle. By definition, I'm putting in 8 lines and I'm dropping them down to 7. Hey, Vixen has answered it. What mods do I use? I use inventory, which is the one you probably saw. Sorry. I use an inventory mod, and I use this mod to control lighting. Some mergers that are throwing things off? I don't think so. Do you think, is it a mistake in construction? That's possible. Is it a mistake in design? I don't think so. Like, did I miss a belt maybe? You know, perhaps. But that's so close, guys. I think that is, that's doing what we want. By definition, this is taking 8 and it's squeezing it down to 7. I am happy with this. Am I 100% sure this is necessary? No, I'm not. But in my experience, when I have not done something like this, I have regretted my life. Because I convinced myself it wasn't necessary then. I'm not making that same mistake today. We're putting it in because I think that it is best practice for running items out of trains. Plus, it is a good thing to know how to do. This happens in, I believe, Factorio has a similar solution. Rebalancing belts after trains. And why do you need a balancer in general? Well, you need a balancer in general because of one of two things. Either your usage is not even, or your production or your supply is not equal, or both. Not even. I think our supply should be even. It's the usage that I'm worried about. There are some things that I could do to keep testing. To be honest with you, I think that this is we're in a good place here. Now the side inputs prioritize over the rear inputs, so when the overload starts, but everybody should get even priority. Okay, sooner. Side inputs prioritize the rear inputs, so when the overload starts to go to the side inputs, will override the... I'm not 100% following what you're saying, but I think I get the idea. Basically, I am manifolding the merging at the end. It would be better if I load balanced the merging at the end. Is that what you're saying? This has the benefit of overflowing between lines without it getting out of hand. 100%, Master Sean. That is why we're doing this. Is because if one line overflows, then that overflow gets shared to everybody else. And it's much less likely for one to run out. Okay, let's put this in. Let's see if we can get some more light in here. Pretty dark. We haven't really worried about lighting in here. Side inputs are level 1. I don't know what you're saying by side and rear inputs. Talking about the merger, the final merger, right? I will grant you we're taking a shortcut on the merging at the end. I'm manifolding merging. I grant you that. 1 second, I need to open the door. I'm sweating. All of this energy that my brain is taking is causing me to overheat like an engine. Actually, it's really the computers. 1 second. After we build this, I want to show you guys how this works on a huge scale. Mergers have 3 inputs. Is it a priority merging? I think we got there different ways. I think if I load balanced the mergers, we would have less of an issue. But I think you're also right that priority mergers would also fix it. Like I was saying, Master Sean, okay, love the math sesh, but I gotta get to bed before work. All right, man, have a good night. Like I was saying, after we build this out, what I want to do is I want to show you guys this working on a massive scale. We're gonna load up the Star Wars save, and I'm gonna show you guys how this works. If you guys haven't seen the Star Wars save, you're gonna get to enjoy it. All right, I'm thinking we go train station split on that side. Should we do the train station first? Probably a good idea. We can line it up here for symmetry. The symbolism. Bum, 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 bum. We want 17 from here. And train time, peated scotch, hello. In the middle, please, thank you. 1, see, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We kill the first 5 and replace with freight. You piece of crap. That's why we did 17. Wham bam. I think I'll be okay. As you stretch out the delivery system, you will propagate the imbalance further and further until chaos ensues and the world ends, so you better stop. No, it's a self-balancing system. There are self-balancing systems in nature. Here, let's just skip to the end so I don't have to guess, please. Where's 17? Oh, I missed it. There. $17 is the magic number with railways, by the way. It's like 2 is for right angle belts. UPOS. All right. These are not my favorite kind of train junctions, but there is going to be so low flow over here that I'm hoping that, I mean, we'll tackle it. We'll change it if we must. But I am... Put that backwards. That one's unnecessary. Okay. What did we name this one? Okay, doctor, no, self-balance your cat now. How about that? I don't know what you're talking about. Ran out of ginger beer and the store is closed. I do have a seltzer water and infused lemon vodka and weed. Do we need a wake-up call? I don't know. Shard drop-off. We're going to call this UT drop-off. What is it? UT dash drop-off in all caps. Wow. I've been so focused. I've been really using a large portion of my brain to get us through this little task that we're doing today, and I haven't even checked the concurrent viewers. We are kicking names and taking ass at 162 viewers already on the YouTube stream, and we've only been going for 2 hours. I think that's one of our fastest growths recently. Anybody that is watching tonight, let me know if it's your first time. And are you here because of one of my YouTube shorts? If it's your first time, I'm just kind of curious, and if so, which one? I'm just curious. UT drop off. You know how much traffic those shorts may be sending to my live stream, and that goes for Twitch as well. Okay. You're here willingly? You didn't fall asleep? Yeah, that's a possibility too, right? Because I do think YouTube sometimes, and beggars can't be choosers, sometimes uses my stream as a catch-all for people that fall asleep during other long-form videos whenever I'm live. Through my unscientific analysis, we think that is possibly happening. Yeah, it's because of YouTube Shorts of not having rocket fuel in your jetpack. Yeah, yep, nice. There's goes Okie Sooner news with a 10 construction gifted memberships. Trey Burkhalter, Xanakill, Sushi Deutsch, Cat Sarah High 24/7, Cats Are High, got that one. Sorry, it took me a second. Cats Are High 24/7, Charles Fabrini, Occasional Art and Buffoonery, Claudio Prodin, Robotic Swear, Polar Bear J, and Deep Star were all gifted memberships by Okie Sooner News. And I promise always to read out the names because it's embarrassing, and you know, it's the least I can do for the people who gift memberships. So yeah, that one, we're currently in the subway system of the city, the second part of that YouTube short that you saw. You forgot to enable gift memberships? Yeah, so you need two things to be gifted membership. A, you need to be a sub and of the channel, and B, you need to have gifted memberships turned on. But don't worry, people gift memberships all the time in my channel. It is very likely that it will hit. But you have to actively turn those on. Okay. This isn't really the best placement, Kin. Ball has been dropped. I've experienced designing things before. Only in this game, I would say. It's not like I do this for a living. If you're asking if I do this for a living, the answer is no, but maybe I should have. I don't know. That incorrect, sir. Sir? Ma'am, we're gonna need you to calm down, ma'am. And it's positioned incorrectly. Fourteenth time's charm, right? Bum, 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 bum. Come on, bro. Oh my gosh. Can't do anything right. Figures. I get all that hard work done when it comes to difficult designs, then I can't place that correctly. But we're in place now. Okay. Not gonna lie, I haven't seen a better train station than yours. Oh, just in terms of like the cleanliness of the lines. It's blueprint time. Is this my first world? No. BK Gaming Time. That is absolutely Blade Runner's headquarters. That is the Tyrell Corporation building. I have a bunch of odds of me building it. This took me 95 hours to build. If you guys want to go see it, all right, you convinced me. Let's go see it. I'm not going to do a full tour. We're just doing a quick... Oh, that's wrong. We're just doing a quick mini tour. This is not my first world. I had about 400 or 500 hours in the game. I've never beaten the game. I have about 400 or 500 hours in the game, and then I started this channel 2 years ago. And I worked on a playthrough. It's my Star Wars playthrough, which I want to show you guys after we finish this first major task. That was about 900 hours. And then this one is at about 500 or 600 hours. About 500 hours, but total I'm at about 2,100 hours in the game. Oh, and we definitely needed to be dark. This city is designed for it to look good in the dark. Turn that off. Did you also have good builds in your old world? Yeah, I had Star Wars themed builds. I had a Super Star Destroyer, I had a Jedi Temple, I had the Senate Building, I had the Imperial Archive Station from Rogue One, and what am I missing? I think that's it. All right, here we go. If you haven't seen the YouTube short, here you go. There's our baby. 95 hours. Those lights are randomized, yet blueprinted. Most of them are. I'm very happy with this. We're going to be working in this building probably tomorrow night to send the train to where we were building train station. This has a purpose, and it is to send trains to the city in the exact, loaded with the exact amount of items that we need. We should check on, while we're here, we need to check on Clifford II. Here lies the remains of Clifford. The last words he heard were, "That's not that far down." Where are you, buddy? Ah, here's Clifford II. You have anything for us? Clifford the Big Red Replacement. Oh, look at you! Cooling systems! Oh, you get double pets! I think your buildings are better on this world. I agree. I got better. Which, you know, would make sense. Here's my train stations. These are ready to rock and roll. We just got to assign them and send them. Are we going to add a central storage to the train station? Well, the train station is a hub for raw resources. I already have a central storage for completed like finalized resources. By the way, we are over 200 concurrent viewers. Thank you, everybody. Welcome. Like, subscribe, do a dance, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight, like and subscribe. This building right here in the center, that is our central storage. Cylindrical building in the center of the city is our central storage. Unfortunately, we're too far away for the sign lights to be activated, which would be really cool. But alas, we'll have to do with what we have. Really quickly, before we get back to work, I'll show you the downstairs. We have a area for logistics, and then this is where the raw resources enter the pyramid. They get dropped off, and then they get shuffled here and reloaded in the way we need them here. And then sent off to the city. All right, so let's head back. I will double and triple check that I have gas. A lipstick tube. Okay, we have gas. We have the correct thing on. All right, let's head back. Oh, let's try to make it inside the... Let's see if we can make it inside the... Remember, our goal is to make it in the garage. Ah, no! I missed. We'll have to work on that. It's like curving a bowling ball. I was trying to make it in this hole. I'll work on that. I'll work on it. I was gonna mention the gas. Couch. F your couch. All right. This is the copper. By the way, thank you for the follow, Orbit Q. I don't know why there's something wrong with my feedback loop. Something got unplugged somewhere. It's not dinging when I get followed or rated. So, but that's okay. We will survive today, and I'll fix it tomorrow. All right, now we have to put in that thing we spent so much time building before we took a small detour. It's like an A tour, but these. These nuts. One, two, three, four. Gonna work? Yeah. Oh my gosh, Minikin is here. Are you planning on make the city a floating island? Well, it already is a floating island. I'm gonna maybe do some pillars or something to hold the city up. It's based off Night City and Cyberpunk. I would say it's based off a general Cyberpunk city. You know, that way it gives me a little bit of freedom. I'm not trying to do Night City specifically, although I very well may have Night City elements, if that makes sense. And then anybody who doesn't know, either on Twitch or on YouTube, but Minikin, who is currently chatting on YouTube, is my daughter, my oldest daughter. She's gonna take over some of the editing of the YouTube shorts. Right now, any shorts that you've seen have been done by me, but she's gonna start taking that over time, especially this summer. She's off from school. She is gonna be 15 in a couple of months. Yeah, that's my daughter, Minikin. You know, you can probably deduce that from the name. Okay. So, what if we try something a little bit different? I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to do something slightly different, not majorly different. We're okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Perfect. Trying to build this in a way so it's a little easier for you guys to see what it is I'm doing. So then we would come up here to the ceiling. Does this make sense? All of these get pushed this direction. Now the rest go this direction. We're splitting the belts. We're splitting 8 belts 7 times, and then we're remerging those 7 pieces into 7 belts. And in that way, we are evenly sort of distributing the 8 across the 7. This is the tricky bit. Here's where the double up is. He's gonna build the Disney castle in the Titan Forest next. No, I'm not. Doesn't exactly match the cyberpunk theme we have going here. You know, unless the Disney castle was a Tron castle. Okay. One, two. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jules, incredible. It's like you and I are playing 2 different games. I know. I hear that a lot. Don't let it, you know, discourage you. Because some people discouraged, and I would not want that. Go this way. Use it for inspiration, not for discouragement. A way that I can set this up correctly, I think if I concentrate really hard. No! Now! You son of a biscuit. Son of a... Alright, baby. And we get rid of all this crap because I think it's ugly. Okay.